Wendell Jones, and welcome to this special edition of our program. The platform on this program today, we are going to talk about a great Bahamian who is celebrating his 90th birthday. We are talking about John Chippy Chipman, the great John Chippy Chipman, the great drummer, the junkanoo, the great ambassador for the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And there is a poster in my hand. It says, "A Reason to Rush," celebrating entertainers. And this is Friday, the 5th of October. This is a show that you must attend. And it is in honor of the 90th birthday of the great John Chippy Chipman. And he's here today with some members of his family. And Bianca Nygard, it's good to see you.
Yes, it's so nice to be here with the Chipman family today.
Yes, and I know that your father is celebrating his 50th anniversary in business all over the world, and I guess this is a good time to celebrate John Chippy Chipman.
Oh, yes, my dad is so happy to have him on the show today, and Chippy left my father a beautiful message for his 50th anniversary of his fashion company, and my dad was so touched by it. So thank you, Chippy. That was so thoughtful of you, and it's very nice.
Very good, and we're going to play that in a short while. But Mr. Chipman.
Yes?
I thought you were 70-something.
Well, no, the age move up to 90. I get scared when I hear that age.
You get scared?
But God good to me. I still beating the drum in the morning, beating the drum in the night, making drums every day for the smaller children to learn the culture, because we always had the best culture in the Bahamas, out of all the Caribbean countries. And every time, big countries like America and stuff, in the old days, want entertainment, they always send to the Bahamas to get a group from the Bahamas to represent. And I was always the chosen one to go and represent the Bahamas all around the world. I received every honor this country got to give. 9 medals. The other rest of the entertainers only got 2 and 3. I done get the legend honor 3 times, and tomorrow night I'll be getting it for the 4th time. Everybody else only get 1 time as a legend. But
yes.
Every year they bring a legend to me 4 times. Honor, I full of honors.
Yes. Tell me, what are you taking to keep so young, looking so young?
I keep making drum every day and keep beating the drum in the morning and the night. I keep active. I don't loaf. I can't loaf.
Yeah.
I make drums for all the schools, all the jungle gangs in Bay Street. I keep moving. I can't loaf.
Yes, but you must be drinking something. No,
Well, I can't drink. If I drink a bottle of beer, I get drunk. So I don't drink. I don't take drugs. I drink soda.
But you're using bush medicine or something?
No, I ain't using nothing.
You're
I
using
just
nothing?
thanking God for every day.
Very good.
Because He's good to me.
Very good.
I'm trying to reach 100.
Yes.
I'm on my way.
Well, you know, you've brought some of your daughters and I guess granddaughters here as well. Fontella Chipman Roll, good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Tell us about this, what you're planning for your grandfather.
Actually, Mr. Jones, yeah, we're October 5th, which is next Friday, we are going to have a celebration called A Reason to Rush. You know, Bahamians don't need a reason to rush, right? But this is a reason to rush. Celebrating entertainers. Right? Actually, the forum is to celebrate all those old-time entertainers, all those entertainers that give so much to our country. They go unnoticed, you know, because we don't look at entertainment as such a necessity. But if the entertainers weren't here to promote this country, we're only sun, sand, and sea, and you could get that anywhere else. You know, I used to remember the days when I would hear my grandfather and grandmother talk about the silver slipper, the cat and fiddle, those days where entertainment was jumping around this country. And our family wants to see when that that comes back to the Bahamas, you know. We want entertainers to be remembered, to be honored for what it is they contribute to this country. And that's what A Reason to Rush is all about, celebrating entertainers. We just celebrated 90 years for one of the greatest entertainers here in the Bahamas, and that's my grandfather. But God has been good to him, and we want all those entertainers out there to know that we are with you, we're here.
You know, Chippy has been beating the drum before you were born.
I know, right? Can you imagine? And he's still here today doing that.
You were born into a family of entertainers, eh?
That's right. And a family of entertainers who believe and have the passion to continue this. You know, we are fourth generation, actually. My children are performing and doing what I did and my mother did, you know? So.
Oh, yes. The Chipmans have been truly an inspirational family for so many. And I personally feel so blessed because my father met Chippy when he first came to Nassau and when I was born. And so I got to be around them. And I really think that the Chipmans are such a magical family in a way, you know, so spiritual through Chippy and then his wife Becky and the fire dancing and the drum beating, and it just really keeps like this energy alive, and it's actually a magical, inspirational thing that he's passed on through his family and his grandchildren and great-grandchildren. It's amazing what he's done.
Absolutely. How did you get started in Junkanoo?
Well,
can you remember the first time you rushed? And you were beating the drum?
As a boy, I always liked Junkanoo, and as the follower behind the Junkanoo gang, and look at the drummer beating all the time. And when I used to beat the Paul Mays as a waiter, Irvin Stubbs was the champion drummer, and I always watched him beat with this special rhythm. And me and Peanut learned the same time. So I continue with the drums, and I've taken the Gombe drums all around the world. Like I say, I make drums every day. The drums I make out goat skin and sheepskin. In Junkanoo, I change up everything. In the old days, everything used to come from Germany. Mask, cowbells, whistle, everything from Germany. I take a pair of bells to Hyler and tell Hyler make a pair of these bells. And he made it successful. And from that day till Hyler died, he was making cowbells. And we didn't have to send to Germany no more for cowbells and masks and stuff. We make everything right here. The drums used to be nail keg and salt beef barrel. They started to send the salt beef in plastic bag. So I had to find new ideas. I find the tins, the buckets, and the dirt barrels and stuff. And that's what everybody used today. In the old days, Junkanoo used to be pretty cloth and tissue paper. I changed it to crepe, because the crepe stay there. The tissue paper, when you rush one time, when you come back, the tissue paper drop off. But the crepe hold, I change up everything in the Junkanoo. Because I love it to make sure we keep the culture going good. And I still make one lap in Bay Street. I don't go 2 laps.
Yes.
But I make one lap with any one of the gangs.
What is the best material to use? Is it the goat skin or the sheepskin?
Well,
or does it make a difference?
Goat skin give a better tone. But I use the sheep and the goat. Now I got sheepskins, them hang out, they fix all the drums for the schools now with coming in to get drums repaired. Woodcock coming in, they bring their drums to get repaired. Last month I sent 60 drums to Culture.
60 drums?
She come and get 100.
Wow.
And this week gone, I take 18 up the Eileen Nash School of by St. Francis. I got the drummer with 60 drums in the house. I always got them ready. When you come order 20 drums or 30 drums, I say right this way, they're ready. I don't wait till you order to go make the drum. I have drums full up in my bedroom, in my closet, in the house full. When you order come in, Chippy is ready for you.
You are a drum manufacturer, eh?
You got that right.
Yes. And you've been doing this for all of the people around the islands of the Bahamas.
Some of the poor what can't afford to buy a drum, to come and get a free drum. This week I give 5 drums to one of the church. I sent 2 to the doctor who has just checked me out. She get 2 to give away to the school. I gave her 10 drums this week. I sell them, but I help the poor with them too.
It's a good business?
The best business in the entertainment business.
The best so you mentioned Paul Mays just now. You worked with Paul Mays. You know he was a man of international repute.
In those days, the colored people couldn't afford to go there, only the rich. And I had to do a little waitering down then, and I watched the drummer beat, and I learned. See, in the old days, our culture was rake and scrape. So I continued with that music for 65 years. All the rest of the band, they followed the American music. Now today, all of them raking and scraping now. Oh, they just know that's the original. I know it was the original from the beginning, because it was the music in the beginning. A bucket, that's all.
Yes, and before, many years ago, you didn't have all of these brass instruments, right? You had the bugle, right?
We had, in the jungle in the old days, the bugle, the conch shell, and the whistle.
Yes.
And the cowbells and the drums. Now in the modern days, we move it into a band. So I follow, whatever, as time move on, I follow the program, whatever it is. I work with it.
Tell me about the Valley Boys and the Saxons. And there was a time when there was Chippy and the gang, I remember.
The Valley and the Saxon.
You existed long before those groups, eh?
The Valley and the Saxon, when they come to Bay Street, I was beating all the groups in the past.
What was the name of your group when you started?
Chippy and the Boys.
Chippy and the Boys, that's right.
When they come and start there, all of them was gunning at Chippy, beat Chippy and win the parade. But I put some good beating on the Valley, some good beating on the Saxon, and all the rest of them before I retired. I beat all the groups in the past, and I beat all the groups in the future. I beat them all.
Yes.
So, in those days, they rushed Christmas, and they built New Year's costume in 4 days. So one of the years, I played smart on them. I built up all my costume. I say, I ain't going Christmas. I got all my costume ready for New Year's. So after they rushed Christmas, I invite them all, say, come and see, you're beaten. And I wipe them out that New Year's. I win 5 points that day. The music, the group, the individual, the junior gang. I going down in the road, Chippy and the Boys, when I look Chippy and the Boys coming up the road, I say, oh Lord, somebody got my name. One of the boys teeth some paper, and they make a junior gang with the paper with the teeth. So they win first prize, I win first prize, I get all the first prize in Bay Street. So I did my share with the Junkanoo and the culture of the land, because we had the best culture in the world, and I work with it right up to the day.
It's so wonderful to hear these stories, isn't it, Mr. Jones?
Absolutely.
And the people that actually were fundamentally involved with creating our culture and fine-tuning Junkanoo and everything. It's so wonderful to hear.
You know, the Valley Boys is celebrating 60 years. It's their 60th anniversary this year. So you've been around, well, 5 years or so before the Valley Boys.
Yeah, right. And one time I was using the boys out of Baintown in my gang. That make it bigger. So I was going out as the Vikings, and I look, all of them come barefoot. I had to take them in the house and paint them all with all the foot with whitening, so they could look like they got on the shoes.
That's so funny.
That's interesting.
And when I take Gold Star out, I make a big giant banner. And from that day, everybody was making big banners. They gave me second prize that day. Say I bring too much gold, too much foil, and too much silver. And from that day, all they bring was gold and silver and whatever.
Yes.
I change up everything.
Yes.
I enjoy doing it.
Chippy, when we come back from the break, I'm going to ask you about family, because family has been very important to you. You had a whole lot of people in your family involved in your profession. They were participating in your group as they were rushing, and I don't know if anybody was beating the drums.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
I know a lot of girls in the family. They were
We got a
they were
lot
the
of
dancers,
guys.
right?
Yeah, we got a lot of dancers. We have male dancers, Metellas, who does the open man.
Okay.
We have them all. We have builders. You know, my cousin Sharif Taylor builds for the groups. We have one Joshua. It's not only a drummer, but a cowbeller. You know, our family is totally involved in what it is that my grandmother and grandfather established.
Okay,
You know?
good. Let's take a break here. We are on the platform and we are celebrating the 90th birthday of Chippy. Most people just know him as Chippy. John Chippy Chipman. We take this break and we'll come back.